A stabbing investigation is underway at the Ventura Promenade. Police say it happened last night around 8 p.m. when a 56-year-old man was walking when a woman approached from behind and stabbed him. The suspect fled shortly after that. Officers say anyone with information is being asked to contact the Ventura PD about that. There are several ways people can help those impacted by the Thomas Fire. You can text UWVC to 41444 to make a cash donation to the Thomas Fire Fund. All proceeds will go directly to residents displaced by the fires. You can also make donations to this fund on United Way of Ventura County's website, over the phone at the number on your screen. Other organizations accepting donations include the Salvation Army and also the Red Cross. The Humane Society of Ventura County and Catholic Charities of Ventura County are also accepting donations. And we'll be right back. The Thomas Fire is one of half a dozen fires burning in the state. They stretch from Santa Barbara and Ventura counties all the way to San Diego. Carter Evans reports from the Lilac Fire there.
It may be December, but in Southern California, warm, dry, and windy conditions have kept weary firefighters battling as many as 6 infernos at one time.
When a tornado hits the Midwest, there's no stopping it. When a hurricane hits the East Coast, there's no stopping it. When the Santa Ana winds come in, there's no stopping them.
The largest, most destructive blaze, the Thomas Fire in Ventura County, has already burned more than 200 square miles. Some 400 structures have been reduced to rubble, and the fire is threatening thousands more. One flank now stretches into the steep terrain of the Los Padres National Forest.
We're still in a firefight now. We're still chasing fire. We're still building fire line.
In northern San Diego County, the Lilac Fire still rages. When the winds subsided a bit on Friday, water-dropping helicopters attacked hotspots. 2 Marine and 2 Navy choppers helped contain the flames.
Some guys aren't even getting breaks just because of the way the Southern California is right now, and so we're working our guys to the bone. We've made sure that they provide for safety and just make sure that they can get rest when need be.
Dramatic cell phone video captured hundreds of racehorses being evacuated on Thursday when the Lilac Fire overran a training facility.
It was just horrible. It was an inferno.
On Friday, hundreds of volunteers flocked to the Del Mar racetrack, bringing treats for the horses. This one sustained burns to the neck and leg, but is expected to recover. Some 25 horses died trying to escape the flames.
There's a mandatory evacuation in effect.
The string of wildfires chased more than 200,000 people from their homes. In the San Diego area, some evacuated to a local high school.
Just want to go home. I just hope and pray that our house is there.
Those horses just make you want to cry. Time now to turn it over to Alex Biston for our full forecast. Alex?
Yeah, Tracy, we are monitoring conditions near the Thomas Fire in Santa Paula this evening. humidity has dropped 11% at this time. Winds have also picked up. We're talking about gusts around 51 miles an hour this evening, so very gusty for your Saturday night. Temperatures in the upper 60s, and as we move into a Ventura area, we're talking about temperatures in the lower 70s, but smoky skies as well in some areas. A lot of that smoke has moved up to Santa Barbara County as the fire does continue to move up towards the area. 45 degrees right now in Carpinteria, and we are still under that red flag warning. Has actually been extended. We're talking about it now for the Santa Barbara County mountains. Dry, windy, and warm conditions as we go into tomorrow. Also, wind advisory in effect. Now, that's going to be in effect for Ventura County. We're below advisory levels in Santa Barbara, but we're talking about northeasterly winds around 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusts up to 45 miles an hour. So it's going to be a windy Sunday, especially for Ventura County. So here's a look at your futurecast winds. The strongest winds are going to be in the overnight hours tonight going into tomorrow afternoon. We're talking about winds really up to 30 miles an hour. Peak winds at Santa Paula, Fillmore, Moore Park, Camarillo, and Oxnard. Now, we also do have an air quality warning in effect. This is for parts of Santa Barbara County as that smoke does travel up to the Santa Barbara County area. Unhealthy conditions. We're talking about high concentrations of smoke and ash. I'm sure you can feel it and smell it if you're outside. Some common impacts are burning eyes, shortness of breath, and coughing. So very important to maybe wear a mask if you're going to head outside for the next few days. Now, taking a look at our weather pattern, it really hasn't changed much over the past few days. A ridge of high pressure has really just taken control of the area, and that's what's keeping us nice and dry. And it's not really going anywhere over the next few days. So that dry weather really going to stick with us. Taking a look at our futurecast over the next 24 hours, we're not seeing much changes. Clear skies. Now, I'm sure a lot of places can't really see those clear skies because we do have those smoky and hazy conditions, not really any clouds in sight, so no chance for rain anytime soon. As far as our temperatures, we're going to stay nice and warm as we go into Sunday. Temperature is about 10 degrees above average for this time of year, so very warm. As you can see, 82 in Santa Maria, and I want to say we may be a degree or two warmer than even what we saw today. Some areas still lingering onto that smoke. Some areas of San Luis Obispo have the chance to see the smoky conditions as well. Paso tomorrow, 76 degrees. San Luis Obispo, 83 degrees. Ventura County also very warm. Ojai, 86 degrees. I mean, we're in December, so these temperatures very warm for this time of year. Santa Paula, 85 degrees, 83 in Ventura, 80 degrees in Oxnard. Here's a look at the next 7 days. So that smoke has a chance to really linger with us as we go into the start of next week. You can see we do start to slightly cool down, but we still will be above average for this time of year. For the next 7 days, Ventura County going to stick with the 80s. We'll be back to the upper 70s as we go into Wednesday, and we could have a chance to hold on to some of that smoke. You can see Santa Ynez Valley going to be in the 80s through Wednesday, then upper 70s as we go into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. San Luis Obispo hanging on to the 80s really for most of the 7 days. Next Friday, we do get back into the upper 70s, but like I said, still above average for this time of year. That's been a look at your forecast. Tracy, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Alex. They canceled the annual Santa to the Sea Half Marathon due to the fire today, but they didn't cancel the fun at what was supposed to be the finish line in Oxnard. A truckload of snow fell at the Farmers Market holiday marketplace there, and some children had a chance to play in the snow for the very first time in their lives. They made snowballs and sled on boogie boards, California style. The Address Real Estate Agency also invited Santa for some much-needed cheer.
And thank you guys for all showing up. This is wonderful. I missed some of you because I understand all the fires and smoke, and hopefully we'll get the fires out real soon. But all the folks that did make it, have a great time. Good to see you. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, sweethearts.
There were also giant slides and vendors for people to do some Christmas shopping. And we'll be right back. Where would that be?
Well, the 83rd annual Heisman Trophy winner was announced today, and to people following college football, it was no surprise.
Proud to announce that this year's Heisman Trophy winner is Baker Mayfield of the University of Oklahoma.
All right, no surprise here. Baker Mayfield wins the 2017 Heisman Trophy. Mayfield has defied odds his entire college career. He was a walk-on at the Texas Tech before he transferred to Oklahoma, again without scholarship or even a guarantee he would make the team. After finishing third for the Heisman last season, Mayfield responded this year, throwing for 4,343 yards and 41 touchdowns versus just 5 interceptions. Mayfield has led the number 2 Oklahoma Sooners to a 12-1 record and a spot in the college football playoffs, where they will play number 3 Georgia in the Rose Bowl on January 1st. College basketball now number 1 team in the nation. Duke loses to Boston College late in the second half. BC down 3, but Bowman slips backdoor, throws down the two-hand jam with authority to pull within 1. 1:20 to play now. BC still down 1. Robinson nails the 3 with the man in his face to take the lead, and Boston College would not give it back as they go on to hand Duke their first loss of the season. Final score 89-84. Fans storming the court in celebration. And UC Santa Barbara men's basketball won their 7th straight game today, 91-69 over Montana State. Leland King scored a season-high 25 points and pulled down 10 rebounds for his 5th straight double-double. Gabe Vincent also had a season-high with 20 points, adding 6 assists. UCSB is now 8-2 and off to their best start in over a decade. The team will break for finals before returning to action on December 17th at USC. That sports news will return right after this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know where it was. A haze is hanging over Santa Barbara County, a reminder to keep wearing those smoke masks. The Direct Relief is handing out thousands of masks to residents. They are N95 face masks. They will be handed out again by Carpinteria's community, or again tomorrow rather. That's at Albertsons at Casitas Plaza Shopping Center. They were there many days in the last few days from 10 to 4. Now to a young girl who wanted to show some support to those affected by the Thomas Fire. Here are some photos of Jaden McGeorge, who wanted to do something for the people in the neighborhood that her mom and grandma live in, just above Foothill and Ventura. It's a neighborhood that has been devastated. Houses all around there burned down because of that fire. So she decided to start giving out free water and lemonade. What a doll. And let's take one last look with Alex, with our forecast. Alex?
Yeah, Tracy, we are tracking conditions near the Thomas Fire. A red flag warning still in effect. I know we've been talking about it all week. It will be in effect through tomorrow. Now actually extended to Santa Barbara County mountains, dry, windy, and warm conditions. I know we've been talking about it all week, but yes, extended until Sunday. Extreme fire behavior is possible at this time. Now, we do also have a wind advisory in effect below advisory levels in Santa Barbara County, but Ventura County does that have that advisory in place. Northeasterly winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. We could see gusts up to 45 miles an hour, and it will be strongest overnight tonight until Sunday afternoon. So definitely just make a note that you will see some windy conditions for your Sunday if you are in Ventura County. Now, as far as your forecast, tomorrow we're going to be warm again. Temperatures about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. And we're in December, so take a look at your daytime highs. Santa Barbara, 78 degrees. Goleta in the lower 80s, warm and smoky. I know the smoky conditions have the chance to really last with us through the beginning of next week. You can see daytime highs in Orcutt, 83 degrees, 81 in Buellton, 80 in Gaviota tomorrow, 76 in Cuyama. San Luis Obispo County looking nice and warm as well, 75 in Atascadero, 76 in Paso, 83 in San Luis Obispo for tomorrow. Ventura County also quite warm, hazy as well, breezy to windy. That's where we do have that wind advisory in effect in Ventura County. That's really just going to be until tomorrow afternoon. So that's when we are going to see the windiest conditions around gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Santa Paula looking at 85 degrees tomorrow, Ojai 86, Ventura 83 degrees for tomorrow. Here's looking at futurecast winds, so you kind of know exactly what to expect. We are going to be windiest overnight tonight into tomorrow afternoon. You can see Santa Paula, Fillmore, Moore Park, Ventura, Oxnard going to be really looking at the strongest winds. That's going to be going into tomorrow. But winds will really start to calm down as we go into the beginning of our week. So that's really good news, especially for those firefighters as they are looking at battling the Thomas fire. We also do have an air quality warning in effect. I know a lot of you can probably feel it if you go outside, feel that ash particle in the air. You can smell it. It gets all over our cars, kind of gross. But we do have that in effect. Unhealthy conditions existing, high concentration of smoke and ash. So some common impacts, burning eyes, shortness of breath, and coughing. So I might suggest getting a mask and wearing that for the next few days if you can. Well, that's been a last look at your forecast. Tracy, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Alex. And we just got the latest numbers from another briefing at the Ventura County Fairgrounds on the Thomas fire. The new acreage number is 155,000 acres. It is still 15% contained. There are 4,435 personnel on that fire. And the cost of fighting the fire jumped from $17 million, we were told yesterday, to $25 million. That's the cost for all of the firefighting. One more time, it is 155,000 acres. 15% contained, more than 4,400 firefighters there, and the cost of fighting that fire is $25 million. And this is just in 6 days, folks. We're going to give you an update quickly again on the schools. Santa Barbara Unified School District will close on Monday again, and the school closures will be extended in Ventura County School District as well. All schools will be closed Monday and Tuesday there. Schools will also reopen Wednesday if things are better. The closures will stay in place if conditions worsen. So we're going to leave you with that, and we'll have so much more coming up at 11 tonight. We hope you stay safe, and we'll see you then. Good night.
You want to just... Okay. Now. Good Saturday evening. Here's what we're looking at as far as our forecast for the next few days. So red flag warning still in effect through Sunday. That's going to be in effect for Ventura County and the Santa Barbara Mountains. So dry, windy, and warm conditions still going to stick with us going into our Sunday in the beginning of the week. Wind advisory also in effect. Now, winds for Santa Barbara County will be all below advisory level, but this advisory is in effect for Ventura County. We're talking northeasterly winds 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusts up to 45 miles an hour, and the strongest winds will be overnight on Saturday into Sunday afternoon. Now, we do have an air quality warning in effect. This is for parts of Santa Barbara County because of the Thomas fire. We're seeing ash all around the area, and healthy conditions exist, high concentrations of smoke and ash. So it's really important in these conditions to wear a face mask if you can, if you're going outside. Well, taking a look at our weather pattern, we've really just been stagnant over the past few days. This ridge of high pressure has really stuck with us, and that's what's really brought us those dry conditions, and that's what will stick with us as well over the next few days. It's what also brought us our warmer conditions. So take a look at your daytime highs for Sunday. We're about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. 78 degrees in Santa Barbara tomorrow. Goleta, 81 degrees for Sunday, warm and even smoky. That smoke really is going to linger with us through the start of the week. Santa Maria, 82 degrees. Orcutt at 83, 76 degrees in Cuyama. San Luis Obispo County looking warm as well. 76 degrees in Paso, 78 in Cambria. Atascadero, mid-70s. Ventura County, also nice and warm. Santa Paula looking at a temperature of 85, 83 in Ventura. Oxnard looking at 80 degrees for our Sunday. That's been a look at your forecast. Have a great day.